your child is sick and not feeling well, please just keep them home, right? That's just the easiest. Missing 1 or 2 practices is not a big deal at all, right? They will not have any sort of punishment or anything like that for, being sick and having to miss. That is no issue at all. Just, use common sense. If they aren't feeling well, just keep them home. Okay. Next item around volunteer requirements. So part of your registration, right, everyone paid a $100 volunteer fee. Now that volunteer fee is fully refundable. But the requirements are that each family must complete 4 hours of volunteer work during the year, and there's a number of different opportunities to capture those volunteer hours. The first one is that we have an annual golf outing in June, which we already had. So I know a couple families that volunteered during that. Other opportunities, you can volunteer to be a team parent. As well, which is extremely helpful for the coaching staff to, help with communication, logistics, organizing everything during the year. You can assist with picture night. Picture night is scheduled for August 23rd. It's a Monday. We will have more information coming out on that in the next week or so. There'll be a link to log in and buy your pictures beforehand and all that good stuff. So, pretty consistent to what we've done in the past. But you can volunteer to help out that night, because that is also the night that we do hand out our game jerseys right before picture night. And also with, game day operations. There's concessions, there's chain gang, there's being the PA announcer. You can work the clock as well. So all these different opportunities are out there, and I'll be working with the team parents to get a sign-up sheet out here shortly in the next maybe week or two, so you can look at your schedules and see what works for you to get your volunteer hours. Our first home game is not until September 11th, so there's a bit of time here before our first game comes, where most of the opportunities do exist. To receive the volunteer refund, we will have a volunteer form on our website. You'll need to go print it out. It'll be, we'll explain what you need to do to, document what you did, when you did it, and so forth, and then send it back into us. There'll be an address on the thing, and we will submit or resubmit the refund back to you at the end of the year at that point. Any questions about a couple of those very high level things that I touched on for today or so far tonight?
The scrimmages, is it going to be like last year where they did like 5 of them in a row?
Yeah, it's I'm not sure exactly how many scrimmage sessions there will be. There's typically 3-ish, I think. I know that Toby is working on coordinating depending upon the number of teams there. Okay. But there's typically 3, maybe 4 different sessions where it's like 40 minutes, 20 minutes on offense, 20 minutes on defense. You take a 10-15 minute break and then go to the next session. So I anticipate that. Other questions?
Do you know what time the first home game is? Is that the first game of the season or just the first home game?
The first home game is September 11th.
I got that one, but
the first game of the year is August 28th, and I believe that is a morning set. We have 3 of the teams going to Brookfield Central, and 2 of the 5 teams. One team is going to Germantown, I believe. I think 5th grade is, and I forget where the other 6th grade teams.
The other one I think is going to Waukesha South.
Yeah, Waukesha South. Right. Exactly.
Pretty impressive, Brandon.
It's tough. I know. I just put it on the website.
Is it on the team chat yet?
It's on the team chat.
Like today?
It's been on there.
for a second, sorry.
I just checked it today.
6th grade team does not have that set up yet because we haven't determined.
I'm not losing it. Okay.
So just maybe a quick thing on the 6th grade teams, right? So they're going to get split, and the coaches are working through that right now, kind of how to divvy up the teams. And the intention is that they will be split as equally as possible. That is the goal. There's not going to be an A team and a B team. That just doesn't work from a youth football standpoint. So they're going to be split as equally as possible. And of course, it's difficult to do, right? But they will make every effort to do that over the next couple of weeks. And rosters get finalized. I'd say August, probably 20-something.
Shortly before that first game is when. So
Coach Haugen and his team are going to be kind of shuffling some guys around here and seeing what the best fit is for their teams, and so it'll be fairly fluid up until that first week of the game. So.
Just tell the kids to keep pushing.
Right.
We are.
Other questions? Okay, maybe we'll spend the last couple minutes, we'll split up into your individual coaches. I'll introduce the coaches right now. 8th grade is Toby Prestigard. Back there, wave Toby. You guys know Toby. Toby's been a board member for 2-3 years as well. Been coaching now, this is year number 4. So if you're an 8th grade parent, you can go back and follow Toby back there. 7th grade, Matt Seltzer.